Hello there, welcome back to my views and news. Some news stories from Ethiopia and Sudan. Firstly, Fano fighters have released a statement about Bahir Dar, Amhara regional capital. We know that Fano fighters tried to take control of the regional capital Bahir Dar, but they had to retreat. What are they saying now? What do they want from the people of Bahir Dar? The message is a warning for prosperity party members, government officials too. And Fano fighters made some claims too about their attack on Bahir Dar. Secondly, General Tefera Mamo, former head of Amhara Special Force, was interviewed a few hours ago by a journalist. Tefera Mamo's wife was arrested around 48 hours ago by security forces. Tefera Mamo spoke about Amhara Special Force because he led the Amhara Special Force. How many Amhara Special Force members have joined Fano? Details for you according to Tefera Mamo. And thirdly, an update for you from Sudan, viewers. Sudanese capital, Khartoum. Bahir I have a complete report for you about 8 bridges. Bridges are crucial to the control of Bahir Khartoum. Who is in control of these 8 bridges? Which bridges are under full RSF control? Which under Sudanese army control? I have details for you on a map so that it's easy for you to understand which side is in a better position in Khartoum, Bahir Firstly, viewers, Amhara Fano of Bahir Dar has released a statement about what happened in Bahir Dar, what could happen in Bahir Dar. Fano fighters tried to enter Bahir Dar. They tried to make the airport non-operational. They captured some police stations too. They attacked Sabat prison. Now Fano fighters are trying to justify their retreat from the city. What are they saying? Fano says that it successfully achieved its objectives in Bahir Dar. It made the administration flee. Local government officials fled when Fano fighters entered the town. But according to Fano, in Dibanka, water distribution system was cut off by security forces. And security forces started using heavy weapons indiscriminately. People were dying. Amharas were dying. So that is why Fano fighters decided to change strategy. Though Fano fighters had captured police stations, they had captured Sabat prison too. But they decided to withdraw from the town because people were dying. A power station in Tis Abai city was also captured according to Fano fighters by them, and there are some dozens of soldiers deployed that they were also taken prisoner by Fano. But Fano then decided to retreat because people were dying. And now Fano says that it captured weapons from Bahir Dar. It freed prisoners from Sabat prison. It captured police stations. It made regional government flee. And now it is working on another strategy. It can attack Bahir Dar whenever it wants, but it wants to protect the people. Fano fighters say that they want support. They offered condolences to the families of those who died, and they are asking for support, that people, youths should support Fano fighters. At the same time, Fano fighters are warning the government officials, Prosperity Party members, saying that if anyone supported the government, worked with the government, he or she will be fixed, because those who are in government, they massacred our people in Bahir Dar. So it means that Fano is threatening to assassinate those who are going to work with the government. It is a way of making the government dysfunctional. There should be no local government in Bahir Dar. And Fano fighters are asking people to elect new administration. Now, we'll have to see the impact of the statement from Fano fighters on Prosperity Party officials, local government officials, and common civilians. Are they going to join Fano fighters more? Are they going to support Fano fighters? What about the government? Fano fighters believe that government officials won't return to Bahir Dar. We'll have to see. So far, curfew imposed. 2-week long curfew imposed in the 6 cities from where Fano fighters withdrew. So after the curfew, we'll see will the governments be able to restore themselves, and will Fano fighters allow them to function? I think they'll carry out assassinations. Today, Fano fighters made it very clear that they won't tolerate those who support the government. And at the end, Fano fighters say that they're fighting for the people, they are fighting to protect people, people should support them. Segno's Tefera Mamo spoke a few hours ago in an interview with a journalist. Tefera Mamo worked as head of Amhara Special Force when Tigray forces entered Amhara region in July 2021. He was the commander, but he developed some differences with Ethiopian National Defense Force. He was sidelined while he was working as Amhara Special Force commander. He was a supporter of Fano. He prepared Fano, backed Fano in the fight against Tigray fighters. Later, when Tigray forces withdrew from the Amhara region, when they retreated from Amhara region at the end of 2021, Tefera Mamo was removed from his position. He was appointed as advisor to Amhara regional president, security advisor. He refused to take charge. Later, he appeared in some interviews. He accused Amhara regional government, Ethiopian federal government of working against Amhara people. He was arrested, then released, and then he fell ill. He wanted to travel to Israel for medical treatment. Some Ethiopians living there, they were funding his treatment, but he was not allowed to move abroad for medical treatment. He was stopped at the airport. He filed a petition at a court. Still, he is in Ethiopia, not allowed to leave the country. Tefera Mamo's wife is Menon Haile. Tigrayans claim that Menon is an Eritrean spy, that Menon committed massacres of Tigrayans. She backed killing of Tigrayans. Menon was arrested 2 days ago. 2 days ago, Ethiopian security forces entered Tefera Mamo's house. Tefera Mamo confirmed in the interview that Ethiopian National Defense Force entered his house, searched his entire house. Nothing was found, but his wife Menon was arrested. Importantly, he spoke about Amhara Special Force, because he led Amhara Special Force just 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago. How many Amhara Special Force members have joined Fano? Almost all. That is what Tefera Mamo said. I think this is the most important part of his interview. He is confirming that most members of Amhara Special Force have joined Fano. That is why I've been saying Fano fighters are not just militia members. They know how to use heavy weapons. They'll find men who can use heavy weapons in their ranks. They are trained soldiers, battle-hardened Amhara Special Force members, ENDF members too. So almost all Amhara Special Force members have joined Fano, according to Tefera Mamo. He said Amharas are facing a problem. Problem is lack of leadership. But leaders will emerge gradually. He asked Amhara people to unite, to work on their own, and to prepare themselves, to commit resources to protect themselves. So he backed Fano fighters in a way. Fano's activities backed by Tefera Mamo, definitely. He's sick, otherwise I think he would have been leading Fano fighters somewhere in the battlefield or somewhere planning. Maybe he is planning now, but why was his house raided? His house was raided to arrest Menon Haile. And secondly, I think Ethiopian government officials, security officials, are a little surprised. They were not expecting Fano to work in coordination. Fano withdrew in coordination from all 6 cities. It means there is some central body, some people who are leading this faction. They are telling what to do, what not to do. Maybe that is why Tefera Mamo's house was raided, to find out anything to link him with Fano fighters. But he is sick. He might be part of policy making, but he is not actively participating in the conflict in Amhara region. Thirdly, viewers, I have a complete update for you from Sudan, Sudanese capital, Khartoum, Bahir Dar 8 bridges are key to the control of Sudanese capital. Who is in control of these 8 bridges? Have a look at this map. Well, this blue colored strip shows a river Nile. You can see its branches too here. And the lines, these yellow lines and white lines are roads. We'll have a look at 8 of the bridges. Total 8 bridges are there, I think, in and near Khartoum. Khartoum, Bari, Darman. Let's have a look at the first key bridge, which is under Fano, which is under the control of Rapid Support Forces. Here, this bridge. This bridge is very crucial. Its name is Al Manshia Bridge. This bridge has been under the control of Rapid Support Forces for several months. I think when fighting broke out in April, RSF took control of this bridge. Since then, it has been under their control. It is key to their supply lines. Both sides, eastern, western sides, under the control of Rapid Support Forces. Second key bridge is this one, Shambat Bridge, which connects Darman with Bahri. Again, it is under RSF control. It is also a key bridge, because if this bridge is cut off by Sudanese army, RSF won't be able to reach Darman from here. They'll have to take some longer routes. Both sides of the bridge under the control of Rapid Support Forces. Thirdly, Halfay al-Maluk Bridge. You can see we saw fighting for the control of this bridge several times. Eastern part under RSF control, western part under Sudanese military control. It means that RSF cannot use this bridge for supplies to or from Darman. Now, fourth bridge, we'll have a look here. This is Kobar, viewers. Very strategic bridge, because to the south of Kobar bridge is here the airport, and to the west of airport is Sudanese army headquarters, which is under siege. Kobar is disputed. Both sides have their presence here. But to the east here are RSF fighters, to the west here are Sudanese army members here. Bridge cannot be used by Sudanese military, or if military wants to use it, it would be risky because because rapid support forces are here patrolling nearby, so they can easily hit the convoys moving along the bridge. This bridge is disputed, I would say. This bridge, Blue Nile Bridge, again a key bridge when it comes to connecting airport and airport and the airport and the Sudanese military headquarters. This bridge is Blue Nile Bridge. It is under Sudanese army control. Both sides under Sudanese army control. This is perhaps the only available route for Sudanese army to send supplies to their troops in military headquarters somewhere here. Now this bridge, viewers, which is Malak Nimar Bridge, third bridge. These three bridges are parallel, viewers: Kobar, Blue Nile and Malik Nimar. Kobar disputed, Blue Nile under Sudanese army control and Malik Nimar under rapid support forces control. That is what we have learned from the ground. And then a key bridge, two key bridges rather. This one, which is called Victory Bridge or Al Fatiha, again disputed. Eastern side under rapid support forces, western side under Sudanese army control. Same situation here. This bridge, which connects Khartoum and Bahri with Darman military hospital bridge, it can be called, because to the west is military hospital. This bridge again disputed. Eastern side under the control of rapid support forces, western side under Sudanese army control. So you can see clearly that rapid support forces are using this main bridge, Shambat, for supplies to and from Darman. And Sudanese military using this bridge, Blue Nile, for supplies to the General Command headquarters here. Overall, we can say that rapid support forces are in control of more bridges. More strategic bridges are under rapid support force control. And Sudanese military is finding it difficult to sustain supplies through this bridge, Blue Nile, towards Sudanese army headquarters somewhere here. Thank you for watching.